Superdome in New Orleans. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got an NFC South matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On first down at Stafford. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He'll have a first down inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Defense. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call. And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw. Schaefer. This is Anderson over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's got this down to the 35.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Throwing on first down. Schaefer. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Off play action. Schaefer going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It completes it once more to Anderson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot, because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now a run with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Taken down by Pete Werner. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Schaefer. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Schaefer. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Schaefer. That'll be caught by Anderson. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Saints going to go on offense one final time in this 1st half. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. He completes this to Sutton. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Stafford on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Stafford goes back to Sutton. This time completes it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. Schaefer, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they...
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough. Ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Schaefer. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First down, Schaefer. That is caught by Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
On 1st and 10, Schaefer. Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Carolina. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Looking to throw. Schaefer. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Stafford here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, and again it's Sutton. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 64 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, but he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Schaefer. And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Stafford's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield, and when they see openings, take their shots.
Stafford looks to throw again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Anthony Fertzer, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. To throw on second down. Schaefer complete to Boyd. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Schaefer gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. The first down screen pass, good for 5. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. Not much there, only a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. This from long, very long range. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Carolina, they get a Week 18 victory to make that final mark a bit more palatable at 6-11. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, They go out with a bit of a whimper as they wrap up a very trying 3-14 season. And it's fair to say wholesale changes will be forthcoming in the very near